Welcome back to Cray Outdoors. My plan this morning was to ice fish for steelhead, which is something that I've never done before. But unfortunately, Lake Erie was nowhere close to being safe. Chautauqua Lake, however, I actually strongly considered driving out here yesterday to check it out, because there is a solid 9 to 10 inches all over Chautauqua Lake. I put on my creepers today. That said, the ice seems nowhere near as slippery as it was yesterday. It's prime time right now. I wish I had started off here. I'd be out there fishing during prime time, but here we are hitting it late as usual. It's about 7:30 at the moment. I would have been out here right at 7 if I didn't make the unnecessary trip to Westfield, but Benji says he's been catching a lot of bluegill and decent sized perch out here, so we're gonna try it, heading out of Mayville. We got all of Chautauqua Lake. There's a lot of lake between here and home, so we'll start off here, see what we can catch on the way home. There's a lot more lake we can hit, and of course I got decent ice fishing right where I live too in Stowe, so we'll spend the day on Chautauqua Lake, I guess, and see how we do. I got my tip-ups with me. I don't necessarily plan to set them out, but if we catch some good-sized shiners, I might throw them down near the bottom and see if we can catch a walleye. Oh, this looks like it used to be some kind of snowman out here. I wonder how solid this is. Is it solid enough to sit on? It is. I might just drill a hole right here. Is this one solid enough to sit on? Whoa. Oh, could be better. I think I'll sit on my cooler. The ice here seems thicker than it did yesterday in Bemis. That ice is very thick. Honestly, probably is thick enough to drive out here. Alrighty. Let's see what we're dealing with. Holy cow. It's even thicker here than where it was yesterday. We got about 12 inches of ice. Plenty of fish down there already. Hopefully we get some keeper-sized bluegills. I'm going to keep bluegills in the 8 to 10 inch range, and any perch that are over 10 inches, which are rare in Chautauqua. They're rare, but they're there. My bait going down. There's tons of fish. Being kind of finicky, which is a good thing. Oh, I missed him. There you go. Feels decent. Alright. Sunfish. It's a little bit small for keeping. I'm hoping to get him between the 8 and 10 inch range. He's about a 7. Oh, I just realized I wasn't recording. Now we're set up on 9 feet. I just caught a little perch and a little sunfish. They're both undersized. And I'm sure we'll continue to catch fish here, like so. This one feels a little bit bigger. No, they're sunfish, not quite keeper size. I don't know what that noise is down there. Hoping to get them in that 8 to 10 inch range, and perch over 10 inches. That's kind of what we're gunning for. Well, one thing that's for sure, the fish here are very aggressive. Ah, it's another perch. Gotta weed through the small fish. Alright, this one feels a little bit bigger. It's another perch. None of these perch are quite keeper size, unfortunately. Throw you in the other hole. Ooh, this one feels decent. This might be our first keeper. Ah, he's close, he's close. I'd keep him if I wanted to. He's not quite a keeper. I think a keeper will probably be taking drag. He's not quite 10. He's darn close, though. There we go. Oh. There we go. There's a keeper. There's a keeper. Whoa. He's fat enough. Alright, that's what we're after. I mean, he's probably not quite 10, but I think he's 9 at least. We'll measure him. He's fat enough that I'm going to keep him. Oh yeah, he's 10. 10 on the dot. Cool. First keeper of the day. Well, I got both poles out now. This pole, the minute I dropped it down, something ate my minnow immediately, so I put a dead minnow on it. Dang it, now he's in this pole. Well, sending both poles down there maybe was not such a good thing. Alright, whoa. You're small, you're going back. Ouch! How'd this get stuck in this pole? I don't know how entirely that pole got stuck in that pole's line. Alright, my dead minnow's still on there. Ooh, feels a little bit better. This one's a little bit better. Yeah! Alrighty, that one might be a keeper. It's gonna be close. Glad I was recording for that fish. First one is 10 inches on the dot. This one's gonna be, he's gonna be close. Yeah, he's 9. I could keep him, but we'll let him go. Looks like he's been caught before. See ya. There we go. Feels a little bit more decent. Feels like a perch. Oh yeah. Still not quite keeper size. They're not bad though. It's a male. See ya. Well, I just talked with my friend Benji. Benji actually told me, oh, and I missed it. Benji actually told me I'm a little bit too deep. I guess he was catching some nice bluegill in shallower water here. He was saying like 6 feet of water. Currently in about 9 feet of water. Seem a little bit small. Ooh, it is sunfish. Well, like I said, there's sunnies down there. Just not bluegills. Guess we need to go into that shallower water. I'll wait till my hands get cold. Then we'll try moving shallower. Alright, seem to have something that's decent size on. Looks like our second keeper, maybe. He's close. He's close. I think he's not quite. And as we start getting towards the end of the day, if I don't have enough fish, I'll start keeping them this size. But, I mean, we know this one's 10 inches. He's not quite. He's not quite. I have a feeling they're probably still in that 6 feet of water, since that's where Benji was catching them earlier this week. So I think that's going to be our next move, is to head shallower and see if we can find the bluegill. Ooh, we're in a school of, these perch are not bad size. For Chautauqua, they're not bad size, but I want to find those big bluegill. Whoa. I'm stuck in my other line. Stuck in the other line again. I got a mess. Well, the jig and Rapala is definitely not singling out the big ones. It is doing good at catching my other line, though. Unfortunately, we're still in 8 feet of water. I don't know where... Is this I think I got a fish on here. Ay, ay, ay. They're getting smaller. That is the smallest. That is the smallest little perch I've seen in my life. Well, they seem to have found the really small, stupid fish. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, I don't think we're setting up on this spot. Alright, finally made to 6.5 feet of water. There's definitely some weeds down there. Could this be the bluegill? This is not a bluegill. This is very small and stupid. Alright, well, I'm thinking we should go back to where we started, because the fish just seem to be getting smaller and smaller as we head shallower and shallower. I don't know what Benji's talking about. Alrighty, well, I decided to try spot number 2 here. Somewhere right around here is a nice drop-off. Holy cow. And the bell tower just started dinging. Anyway, must mean it's 11 o'clock, so I might just drill a hole here and see what happens at that drop-off. If that doesn't work, we might head all the way out to where that crew is out there in the middle of the lake. We'll probably go either to the right or to the left of them. I hear that they're catching white perch out here, so I'm guessing that's what that big group of people is that's way out there, but I don't really know. Well, my plan of hanging out on top of the drop-off seems to have not worked out very well, so I guess we'll head into deeper water. We'll head right in between those two groups and see if we can find fish. Well, one thing that I learned is that my jig is way too light. It took forever to get down there. But my jig is now all the way down there at the bottom. And there is indeed fish looking at it. So, I wonder if this is our white perch. It's going to be a long time to get anything to the top here, though. It is way down there. There's definitely something down there. Holy cow, there's a bunch of stuff down there looking at it. There's a very reasonable sized fish down there. I think I got him. I got him. All right. Let's see what the mystery fish is. This fish is coming out of 50 feet of water, so if it is a perch, we're probably going to have to pop his bladder. Hopefully it's a white perch. It's not very big, but it's very deep. It's a regular yellow perch. Regular yellow perch. Sheesh, now there's something way bigger down there all of a sudden. Ay, ay, ay. We might just end up keeping this thing. Anything that you get from that deep water usually ends up being a keeper. I don't know, his air bladder doesn't want to pop, so. Been a long time since I fished water this deep. I'm going to try going down all the way down there with the jig and Rapala. There we go. He's a little bit bigger. Of course, it's coming all the way up. It's not taking drag, so it can't be that big. Holy cow, look at all the fish that are down there. I just want something other than a yellow perch. That's another yellow. They're just deep water yellow perch. Should be great if we were in Lake Erie. Chautauqua, not so much. Because they're little. There we go. Alright. Alright. Doesn't feel very big. Does not feel very big at all. It's another stupid little perch. Ugh. Well, there's definitely fish here, just not the right species. More little perch. And 50 feet of water this time. Hey, hey, hey. I guess we'll go even deeper. See if we can find these white perch wherever they're at. It's getting thick. 40 feet. Shallower. Alright, well, here it is only 40 feet. So we're shallower, even though we're further out in the lake. I am now dropping. Oh boy, we're marking fish down there. Fish down there. Way at the bottom. The thing is, those white perch, I want to say they usually suspend kind of towards the middle. Oh boy, they're getting more active the more I'm dropping. I think they can tell something's coming. I'm guessing this is going to be more yellow perch, but who knows. Gonna find out real quick what's down there. This definitely looks bigger. Could this be a walleye? I don't know if that's one big fish or a school of fish. I don't know if that's a school of fish. If that's one fish, that's a freaking walleye that's right there. I got him. Feels way bigger. All right, we might have finally found the white perch. I shouldn't say way bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It's a keeper, whatever it is. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. We found where to set up the shanty. That is indeed a white perch. Alrighty, cool. Well, that's all I need to know to set the shanty up. He's more than 8. He's 9. Cool. We might get ourselves a meal here. There we go. This one feels bigger yet. This is the biggest fish we've hooked yet so far. This is a real good sized one. No. Ooh, I thought I lost him there for a second. This is one of those 12-inchers. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what we're after. Cool. That's what we're really after. All right, I'm setting up the shanty here. That's all I needed to see. All I needed to see. Look at that white perch. That's a Lake Champlain white perch on Chautauqua Lake. Woo! Measure him up. Just curious. Yeah, 12 and a half. All right, I'm just gonna start a pile of these things. Now I went to scoop out my hole, and I realized I didn't have my scoop. Now I realize it's all the way back here at the very first hole that I drilled. That must be it that I'm looking at. I see something on the ice. I'm following my tracks. I know I scooped out a hole, so it's definitely with me. Must be that first hole. The walk of shame. It's 100%, that's my scoop. It actually looks like it might have fallen off my sled. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Less disappointed in myself. I didn't just leave it. Yeah, no, there's no hole drilled anywhere near this thing. It just fell off my sled. All right. Well, that's a pain. This has been quite the day. Started off steelhead fishing, no success. Went to Mayville. I'm sure we could have kept a nice limit of fish there if we'd have stuck it out and weeded through the little ones, but as it turns out, I'm glad we came here and got into some big white perch. Well, getting into some big white perch. We're just starting today's adventure. I'm gonna hit them for about 2 hours. I decided I'm actually not gonna set up my shanty. The wind has died down, so it's pretty nice out here. Alrighty, well, I think we're pretty well set up now. Dropping back down. One disadvantage in not having the shanty set up is it's a little bit difficult to read my radar with the glare on the screen, but it is what it is. Dropping back down. I'm hoping something will want to eat this thing with the waxworm. These might be yellow perch. Whoa. They don't look as big. This one feels big though. Hopefully stays out of my other line. This is definitely another one of those whites. You can tell by the way they fight. My line on this pull's a little bit heavier. This one is 6-pound test, so we can horse them out of the hole a little bit better. My other pole, we've got to be very careful. Whoa, look at the size of that. Alrighty. Alrighty. I am recording, right? I'm definitely recording. I'm almost wondering if this one almost looks a little bit more like a silver bass than a white perch. White perch usually don't have the lines on them. I think silver bass do have the lines on them. I might need to look this thing up. Is this a silver bass or a white perch? I think silver bass are native and white perch are non-native. I'm a little bit... Are these the same species? I'm confusing myself now. Are you the same fish as this? This might be my first time catching a silver bass and a white perch in the same day. Got on another one. This one feels very big. This might be a walleye. This one just got way bigger. This might be a walleye or musky or something. I better take a look. I better take a glove off. This is not a white perch, I don't think. This is a real fish, whatever it is. This could be my big walleye. If it's a walleye, we better... Oh no, he's off, he's off. Did he break me? He didn't break me. Dang it, dude. Holy cow, that was a big fish. Whew. You know, I said earlier when all those fish disappeared, that usually it's a big walleye or a muskie that come by when that happens. That's what just happened. That was 100% a big walleye or a muskie. I must have had him hooked in the mouth because he didn't bite me off. Whew. Man, that was a very big fish, whatever that was. My drag on this is set pretty tight too. Holy cow, man. Wow, I'm glad I got that on film. I was eating my muffin and whew, that got my adrenaline going. I'm surprised he didn't run into this line at all. My dang it. All right, well, that got my adrenaline going. It's unfortunate he came off at the top of the ice there. Man, if that was a muskie, I'm okay with him coming off, but that might have been a big walleye. Hard to say. If it was a walleye, it was bigger than, you know, that felt bigger than that pike that I caught on this thing last week. And that pike was 31 inches. And that had a lot of dead weight. So, hard to say. Whole school down there once again. There we go. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. There we go. Oh, I got him. Not big. Not whatever I just missed was gigantic. This one feels like your typical size white perch or white bass. That thing that I missed, man, it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Ooh, good size one. Yeehaw. Alrighty, and this is another white perch. So the gentleman over there did tell me that that one is a white bass. So we got one white bass and now 3 white perch. There's another little one. So we'll keep them all together. Try and get ourselves a nice meal here. I don't actually need that many, but I'll keep a couple more. Fresh fish, a couple for the freezer, and a couple for tonight. Got on something. Doesn't feel huge. It's a fish though. First fish in a while, actually. Oh yeah, it's another white perch. Fish that are down there being kind of finicky. Still have nightmares about that fish that I missed. But it happens. So my camera battery finally died at the end there. I did have an extra battery with me, but I decided to just pack it in and call it quits. I work 3rd shift now, so I was getting very tired, and I had enough fish to make a meal. So hope you enjoyed today's adventure. It's a shame we missed that big fish, but we caught a couple of nice big white bass and white perch, and had a good time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next fishing adventure.